Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Alright, are y'all ready? Have you engaged your funny Kegel muscles? Hello everybody, it's me, Pickle Rick.
Is that where those are?
Yes.
Are your funny muscles in your Kegels, or are they just separate Kegels that are also funny?
Well, there's the Kegel muscles, and then the funny Kegel muscles.
So
and then there's Chillin with the villains.
Two groupings of muscles. Right?
There's two groupings of muscles inside you.
Alright, welcome to Chillin with the Villains. It's your boys.
Pickle Rick!
Has Pickle Rick looped around to being funny?
No, it's still unfunny.
Yeah, but is it funny because it's unfunny now?
I think it's funny because it's ironic. It's being used ironically right now by like a lot of subreddits. So it's like, I think it... No, you're right. I think it's looping around.
Yeah, I think it's looped around. I think it's...
Have you seen Looper?
Anyway...
what's on the Q Bear dinner menu for tonight?
Q Bear is having a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Nice, solid.
And a Coke.
It's classic.
Yep.
Classy.
What was on the dinner menu for young Tokyo here?
Nothing. I didn't eat dinner.
But I saw you with my own eyes.
Anyway,
eyes deceived me.
Tonight, what the first item on our docket?
All right, why the fuck isn't the McRib year round? Why is it only seasonal? That actually gets me so heated.
I got a better one.
No, nothing is better than the McRib.
What are lies that you told and got away with that you had no right getting away with?
Telling everybody I scratched up my forehead, getting into a fight instead of running away and tripping from a dog.
Okay, let's go with a different lie, though. Everyone already knows that lie. And also, I feel like you can get away with that lie. It's not like there was anyone else there except for me and the dog.
And the person, and the owner.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure the owner wasn't going to go around being like, no!
He's a liar!
My dog attacked him. No.
My dog ran at him, expecting love.
Fucking happened. So, lies that you have no business getting away with, but did.
Oh, man. Oof. Probably that one time when I told everybody who did 9/11.
Do you have anything other than the dog story?
Not off the cuff.
Not off the cuff? Alright, well,
fucking... You start.
I'm pretty sure I've told this story on the channel before, but the James and Chaz McTavish.
That one's solid. You have told that. You should... I don't think you've ever told the one about the summer camp one.
Oh, the summer... yeah.
That one's not nearly as funny, but I still think it's funny.
It was a little funny.
It was the scale of it that makes it funny.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll get away with it. This one was easy to get away with, though. This one was like... there wasn't... Anyway, whatever. I went to summer camp once, right? And we were all down there at summer camp, and it was a grand old time, and we were all having a fun fucking time. And there were a bunch of camp counselors. You know, there's a lot of people in charge, the adults who are supposed to supervise the children. And I had introduced myself as a different name to every single camp counselor. I don't remember why I did that, but I did. And so it came time, like it was about a week later, my week at summer camp was up, but I was just having such a blast, and they offered to let me stay another week, because, you know, it was a fun time, and they had spots open for the next week, you know, and somebody was going to sponsor me for it. One of the camp counselors really liked me, so they were just like, yeah, we'll let him stay another week. So, you know, they had to call my parents and let them know I was staying at summer camp for another week. So they didn't come pick me up and make sure it was all cool with them, right? You know, and so they went over and they dialed up the phone and they called my mom, and they're just like, yeah, so your son's having a great time. We're gonna extend invitation for him to stay another week here, and that's great. And they're like, oh, okay, is he okay with this? And they're like, oh yeah, we already talked to Chris about it, and he's down. And they were like, I'm sorry? And Chris, your son Chris. Oh, you must have the wrong number. I don't have a son, Chris. Oh, okay. And they like lean over to the person next to them, and they're just like, what's his name? And they're like, oh, it's David. Oh, sorry, not Chris, your son David. And they're just like, no, you seriously have the wrong kid. So the word gets out. Not a single one of the counselors there knew my real fucking name. Not a single one. That was an easy one to get away with, though. It's really easy to tell somebody a fake name.
Actually, I have one.
Just with confidence, you speak the name as if it is yours, and it does become yours.
I have one. So I tore my left calf my freshman year of high school, and everyone thought I tore it during wrestling, right? Because I got taken down on a double leg, and I immediately reached for my leg. They were like, "Are you okay?" And like my leg was already swollen and everything. And then I went to the hospital and all that. And they were like, "You have a torn calf." Blah 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 blah. What those people didn't know was that I tore it backyard wrestling, which I was expressly forbidden by both my parents and my wrestling coach. Because someone showed my coach a YouTube video. They were like, someone on the team, I don't forget who it is, but they're a snitch, so.
So fuck them.
They were like, yeah, you can't do this. If you're trying to be on this team, you can't do this anymore. And of course, I'm going to keep doing it. It's fun with all my friends, right? And we think we're some hot shit because we just watched some stupid fucking backyarders on YouTube the day before. We were like, yeah, we should use a ladder, a tree, and a bunch of fucking fluorescent light tubes today. I'm supposed to get pushed off this shitty ladder onto this shitty table, quote unquote, that is not so much a table as it is some like rotted plywood that we found next to some abandoned shack and stole for this express purpose. I instead misstepped and I caught my leg in between the ladder rungs. And this wasn't a particularly tall ladder, about 8-10 feet. But this is when I was at my, like, not heaviest, but I was like 170 something, and I'm like 5'4". So I fall, and I just, you know how like when you get injured, you just have that instant thought of, oh God, what did I fuck up? And it was that, and like, I am honestly surprised no one like ever questioned, how did you tear your calf from a double leg takedown when that's grabbing at your like quads and hamstring? Everyone's just like, oh yeah, he's hurt. He's hurt. We should get him to the hospital.
What about you, Cuber? You ever get away with anything ridiculous?
Yeah, it's not totally a lie, but it's definitely not the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shades of Grey. I get
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
50 Shades of them.
Is it like omissions of truth? Or
What's that?
is it like an omission of truth?
I'll get into the story, you see.
All
We'll
right.
just leave that. We'll leave that. We'll put a pin in that for now.
We'll get
put a
right
pin in
into
that.
it.
Yeah.
We'll label your sins once
So,
we're done.
I have mental health issues. I don't know if I've talked about it at all on the channel.
I've talked about mine.
Okay, yeah. So I have schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I've talked about his too.
Yeah.
And there are ways in which, legally, according to like how the Americans with Disability Act works, like how a service dog works, as opposed to like an emotional support dog, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was finding out about that stuff when I was going over to college over here, because before that I had a prescription for an ESA, and Freya filled that role. And I was kind of running into some issues because there's some things that ESA can do, and then there's some that they can't do that a service dog could. So like, was there a way to kind of argue there's a service dog? And for those of you who don't know, there is no such thing as like a registry of service dogs. Like you just have one. And then if somebody really doesn't believe you, they can call the police and like go up to that level, and there's a whole ways that you're protected, stuff like that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So after my father passed, my mom was in California, I believe. If I remember correctly. You know this story.
This one's great.
I do know this story.
And I left Freya behind. I flew over there because we were trying to figure out basically how to, or maybe she was in, or either way, she was not in Arizona yet. But
Yeah.
She was going to come to Arizona. No, she was in Oregon.
Yeah, she was in Oregon
Yeah.
at the time.
And they were trying to figure out where she was going to live and stuff like that. She didn't know what to do with her dog. Now, a little bit of background on her dog. Super well trained. She is like AKC certified, which is like a real cert.
Yeah.
Canine good citizen. Like she can go into hospitals. Like that's how well trained of a dog she is.
Right.
Like legally and all that. So she knows how to act like a service dog.
Yeah.
With my mental health issues, in the way that the law is written, there's nothing to say that you can't have more than one. So I was like, we'll just fly her back as my service dog. So I buy a service dog vest and I put it in my bag and fly up there, and then we go to fly back, and we just took her on the plane with us. And we let the plane know ahead of time. We got to go through special security, and then the moment came where I had to walk through the gate, like the metal detector, but I had to do it without Tsuka. So it was kind of like the
You kind of had
the
to,
test moment.
Yeah.
But I had her lie down, and she did not move. And I walked through, and then I called her through, and it was fine. She sat on the plane. She didn't bother anybody in the airport. We got to sit in the very front, so like she had room. Didn't bother. All those people were getting on the airplane. She didn't bother a single one of them. She just laid down. Never been on an airplane before. Didn't freak out or anything like that. We landed. We got in the lift. She didn't do anything in the lift, and we got her here. So it was... I don't even know if it's a lie, but it definitely wasn't the truth. It definitely was not the truth.
Well, okay.
And we basically,
It's a lie in the sense that
You lied. It's a lie in the sense that you lied.
Well, I mean,
I'll call it a lie.
Yeah.
A lie is a lie is a lie.
So that one was that was a good one.
But I mean,
I would call that a bending of the truth, because she does do service animal functions and ESA.
She does the
functions.
same thing
Yeah.
that Ray would do. There really wasn't. I mean, she didn't bother. It's one of those things where like you bend the law and you get away with it, and nobody gets hurt. And if you had the paperwork and the time to prep beforehand, like it would have been fine anyways. So whatever.
I'm not calling you a terrible person for it, but
Nah.
yeah, I would still label that a lie. I would say that's a lie.
That's a solid lie. That's a good one.
All right, what's next on the docket? We got that's one topic. We went for a while on that.
We
shit.
did.
We did. That's it. You get one topic tonight.
Do they, or do we have... Think of something. You're smart. You're clever.
Raptor juice.
Okay. I got it. If you had to swap one body part of yours with one dinosaur, what part is it and what dinosaur? Because I would swap my head with like a Triceratops head.
Okay, so you're swapping a body part for a dinosaur body part.
Correct.
Because you said for one whole dinosaur.
Oh no, wait, that'd be sick though.
I mean, I would replace probably like my hands with raptors, like little
Just
tiny
one part.
raptors.
One
you know?
part.
Little like just
I
little
would
raptors.
replace
Raptor hands.
my tailbone with the tail of a peacock.
Oh, so you could court your mate? Mm-hmm. It's working. I'm courted.
Go ahead, call me on it. Tell me that birds are not dinosaurs. Go ahead. I see you about to say it.
I will say it. No.
Birds
Birds are dinosaurs.
are the ancestors of dinosaurs.
No.
Also,
Opposite.
very, very wrong.
I know.
They were feathered dinosaurs. These are just their living.
I'm like so mad.
You could just talk. You could go all the way back. You could say birds are fish because they were once fish.
No, but dinosaurs definitely had feathers.
Yeah,
Their descendants are either reptiles
We don't know
or
this.
birds. What? That
The
birds had
dinosaurs had feathers.
We do.
No.
Yes.
We think they did.
No, we know that one.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Prove it to me. What? I gotta do it. I gotta prove your point
Google
to me.
it right now.
Why don't you Google it? All right, fine.
All right, live on stream.
Do we
Googling.
have Definitive. I don't know. Just definite proof. That dinosaurs had feathers. Damn.
Oh,
all right, you win this time. Whatever, I'm a space scientist.
I get that
what do you
happy
want from
cocktail.
me? Hold up, though. A feathered dinosaur.
Yeah. Not all dinosaurs had feathers. That's why not all descendants of dinosaurs are birds. Some of them are reptiles.
Well, yeah, and some birds don't have feathers either.
Yeah.
I feel like that's true.
What bird doesn't
Penguins
have
have feathers.
Penguins have feathers.
Penguins definitely.
No, they
Well,
have feathers.
they're just really small.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just tiny. I'm pretty sure there's a feather. I'm going to look up featherless bird, but it's just going to show me defeathered birds.
Featherless bird.
We're doing this live. Here we go.
I think that's...
Okay, that's
a specific bird. That is one.
Featherless penguin.
I mean, I think it's
Featherless
just gonna
owls exist.
It's just showing defeathered birds.
Are there featherless birds? There's a virus called Cicatine beak and feather disease that can cause birds to lose all the. So no, it's
no. They all.
It's
have
a
feathers.
sickness. Yeah, it's a sickness.
You have to have feathers to be a bird. Well, reptiles don't have feathers. Who's to say dinosaurs
Are we thrusting at him? Can I join you?
Go for it.
They're just saying that
I just knew something sciencey that Tokyo didn't.
They're saying that T-Rex had feathers, which surprises nobody because that's what became chickens.
So the most annoying part about this article is by just flat out saying the specimen is definitive proof that two-legged dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus Rex had bird-like feathers. That seems like a jump. You find one thing, you're like, yes, all two-legged dinosaurs had feathers. Well, that's my problem with this article.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because feathers probably, the skin particularly doesn't fossilize well.
Yeah.
So, like, if skin fossilized better, then you could probably, some super smart science people would be like, oh, look at these little holes in the skin, those were for feathers or whatever it is, you know? I mean, to be fair, as far as I understand, some dinosaurs also had fur, which became mammals. So, I mean, you could use, I mean, just to play devil with an advocate.
No. Did mammals stem from reptiles? Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Are we positive?
The second group of creatures that came to land were fish that then became reptiles. Those reptiles then became mammals and birds.
Does that mean we're descended from dinosaurs?
Yes.
Does that mean my octoroon grandfather...
I'm not gonna fucking look it up. I believe you on that one. I just, it's just one of those... this isn't my field.
Yeah.
It's not my field. I never studied dinosaurs.
Well, maybe you should.
I studied dragons.
So you don't look so foolish next time.
I mean, part of the proof for that is what you look like in an embryo, in an embryonic state. That's how they determine a lot. I mean, that was, I think, the starting point to where they started to piece a lot of this together.
Okay, so wait. You said the second one was reptiles. What was the first one?
Bugs were the first creatures to enter. I mean, so plants, obviously, and then bugs followed that.
What did bugs come from, though?
Where did bugs come from?
What did bugs come from?
Fish.
God.
Fish. So fish became reptiles, and they became bugs.
Yes.
Branching evolutionary trees.
So, small example that might make pretty easy sense.
Sure.
Is crabs. Crabs are essentially the same as spiders.
They are spiders.
Right.
They just gave spiders a suit of armor and put them in the water.
Well, more like the opposite.
No.
Fish got a suit of armor.
No. They took spiders, they put them in suits of armor, and they placed them in the water, and they became adept, fierce warriors.
Yeah. Okay.
Of the ocean.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
That's
because they definitely have gills.
Everyone learns this shit.
He studied armored sea creatures in college.
Listen, I don't know shit about reptiles, okay, but I know a couple fucking things about a fucking crustacean or two, okay. One or two things.
Who wins in a straight fight, a crab or a lobster?
A lobster.
depends on the species, but probably a lobster.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 because they have like way more powerful claws.
Yeah, they have more
Depending
crushy.
on the species, but
Yeah.
I mean, I get the crabs are more agile, but that comes from their
Lobsters are
spider
more agile,
fucking
too.
relatives. They jump around, they spin webs, and they capture the lobster.
Oh man, now that I'm picturing like a
Yep.
lobsters look real fucking weird. I
Listen,
don't like it.
seaweed are just the webs of the ocean spider, aka the crab.
Oh, I'm still picturing lobsters.
Seaweed is
and
an
look weird.
algae.
No, listen, it's crab butt stuff,
It's algae,
and
which
it's there to trap the lobsters.
Ancestor to plants.
That's why lobsters have such powerful claws. They gotta cut through the webs.
Yeah. No.
No. Wait. Let's see where this goes. I'm interested in your newsletter and would like to subscribe.
Okay, it's clear to anyone with half a brain.
Okay. Are you
I
about
only
to
have
give
a
us
quarter.
The
Huh?
origin of species part 2.
Yeah,
The origin of water spider butt stuff.
I'm about to spit that hot Darwin fire right now.
Man, fuck Darwin.
I'm gonna bring the truth to the people.
Hit me up, Chuck.
Destroy
There
it
is
with
no
facts
more
and
knowledge to
logic.
learn other than armored spiders.
Okay.
Q destroyed by facts and logic.
You know what? I feel real destroyed right now.
With all
Definitely,
these facts
I'm
and
just gonna
logic.
step away from this loss. Sun Tzu says sometimes when you lose, that's just how it is. So you know.
I'm pretty sure bugs came first, though.
Then fish. Nope.
Move over, chicken and egg debate.
I don't know. Trilobites were a thing for a long time.
Trilobites.
Huh?
What are trilobites?
I
I
don't
know a
think
few
I'm
of
saying
them.
it right, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying
No,
what
he's
species
asking- yeah.
are trilobites.
Bug. They're the bug species.
So you understand evolution very well because we've talked about it before. What would be easier to evolve from a single cell organism into a multicellular organism?
Well, it all started as rocks anyway.
You know what? You got me there. So after Geodude came along,
I mean, carbon-based life forms, it makes sense that it would be a rock, and then it would be a rock-like creature, and then it would be a fish.
yeah, okay.
It's the creature, hatching from the rock.
So Geodude
So
turns
what do-
into Magikarp?
Cell membranes. What are cell membranes made out of?
Rock.
Midichlorians.
Now, you think I'm wrong.
Midichlorians, the powerhouse of the cell.
No. No shit, though. Real talk here. Real talk. That shit is why they're called midichlorians.
Yeah, mitochondria.
Yeah.
Mitochondria. It's a play on mitochondria. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Whatever. Anyway, rock. Cell walls are made of rock.
Yeah. Not cell walls, cell membranes.
Cell membranes are made of rock.
Get it straight. This is your bit.
They're not. They're not made of rock.
Change
Because
my
if
mind.
If they were made of rock, then how would they get nutrients across?
Well, everything's made of carbon, bro.
All
destroyed by facts and
carbon
logic.
hydrogen make it organic. Yes.
True. Yes, that is not a lie. But the rock is in there. It's in the DNA. It might be altered.
Altered carbon, perhaps?
So how do things get across the membrane?
Really quickly, because rocks can be thrown very fast.
Listen, I can only keep up this charade for so long, okay?
You know,
You are weird.
Listen, because you nail me all the time on science, and now you're in Maddie Bear's corner.
Dinosaurs and cell membranes.
Okay.
I am
All right.
moist.
Okay, how do things get across cell membranes, right? If they're made of rock.
Right.
And other stuff.
Even if
And
they're-
other stuff.
Even if they're not made of rock, how do
Okay.
things get across?
All right. Physical motion.
No.
No. We're stepping into the physics field. Get down here.
Okay. So it would be diffusion, which is propagated by physics.
Propagated by. It's like saying. It's like saying that it's not rock, but it's propagated by rock. Look at you and your propagation.
So if it's made of rock,
Let's
with
get down to the
diffusion,
brass tacks
it's
science.
easily difficult.
Propagation? Didn't they have that in Mesopotamia?
Propagation?
I'm making an irrigation joke.
Yeah, okay, got it. Sorry.
It's over now! It's gone! Go back to the rocks!
No, I literally cannot go on with this stupid bit any longer. I cannot find a way to make rock work anymore. But are we sure bugs didn't come first, though?
Yes.
What came first, the bug or
Because
the
a
rock?
lot of our earlier organisms
Mhm.
are probably single-celled
Yes.
and multicellular.
Yes.
Um,
Single cell
Sure.
bugs, though.
no.
How do you even define a single cell organism as a
Well,
bug
bacteria.
or not a bug?
They have their own classification of bacteria.
We
And then
call that a
it's
bug.
Yeah, we do. It's a
Yeah,
misnomer.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. I mean, we do. It's a misnomer.
This
I mean,
is
the kingdom
true.
bacteria and archaea, and then eukaryotes, which then became all of us.
Anyway, so long story short, the field of biology is for people who are cowards and afraid of space. And,
Right. There's no biology in space.
There's no rocks in biology.
In the space, there's
You
not
know-
really a lot there.
There's rocks!
There are rocks. Two things I know.
Your knowledge is
Biology as
propagated.
physicists.
Your knowledge is propagated by rocks.
You know what? I think the evidence of the fact that how rock-headed you are, and clearly all you have is a rock inside of that little rock head of yours, I will give it to you. Bugs came first.
Whatever, man. I helped you design a catapult that would fling and cook a chicken from here to Oregon.
Pigeon, but yes.
Pigeon, sure.
Yeah, it was California. But
It also wasn't a catapult, was it? It was a
Ballista.
ballista. It
Yeah.
was a ballista.
yeah.
We
That was
tried to
fun.
run the numbers. That was. It's
So-
weird how math can be fun when you just.
You know what? It wasn't.
Talk
it was
about
a quail.
bullets.
It was a quail.
It was a quail.
And
Yeah.
here's why. So I've been getting super into cooking,
Mhm.
and I sent one of the recipes I did to my sister and her now fiance. And they're like, "Sweet, you should come do it." And I was like, "You know what? Tell you what. If I shoot a quail over your house with a ballista, and you shoot it down, I'll come fly over and cook it." And then they were like, "Okay." And then I got really interested in that. I started talking to Tokyo about what the physics would be of a ballista that could shoot a quail from where we are to California.
Yeah. It turns out as the math runs, it would explode the quail.
You have to have
the
a
quail is not
hypothetically indestructible quail.
structurally sound enough to withstand the amount of forces it would take. Let's just disregard. Let's say it's an invincible ballista because that would probably also explode.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we had an invincible ballista strong enough and capable of throwing a quail that far, yeah, the quail explodes. It doesn't even necessarily explode from the ballista either. I mean, just the pure air resistance can do it. Like we're talking a real fast quail. It's like it's real fast.
Didn't this whole conversation happen right around the whole like how fast do you have to slap a chicken to cook it instantly thing?
No, I think it was unrelated to that also similarly hilarious bird-based cooking joke.
No, what was the math? Do you remember what the final number was when they figured that out?
Several thousand. I think it was 27,000 slaps. I think that sounds low to me.
They
No.
did two. The one was the amount of slaps, and one was how.
Yeah, how hard in
single
one slap.
Yeah.
And then another was how many slaps. Yes.
All right, so I think this is it for Actually Science Incorporated, propagated by rocks.
Everything we do is propagated by rocks.
Some people do it for the gram, we do it for the rocks.
That's why in the college I studied how the rocks throw themselves at each other.
Oh, you're talking about space.
Well, yeah, but mostly the rocks part.
That's true.
It's
That's true, Billy.
I didn't really talk about space, in fact. I talked about how the rocks throw each other at each other. Space is there, but I wasn't talking
Space
about it.
is the battlefield. Oh,
Yes.
we got one more.
He's got it. He did a thing.
He did a science.
Fish are vertebrates,
Uh-huh.
which means they come from non-vertebrates.
Okay.
Bugs are definitely non-vertebrates.
Uh-huh.
So now I actually have to look this up.
Oh, fuck. Bugs came first. Spiders are crabs wearing armor.
Rocks!
If you guys can keep the folks
all right,
We gotta buy some time. Welcome to Buying Time Incorporated.
We're here. What time is it where you are, Tokyo?
We're here with you.
Yeah, but
It's the
I
same
don't know what time it is where you are, but here it's 4:20. Okay, so we were talking about this like the other day. Like, I would love to see whitest kids you know try to make a sketch that would like fly in today's standards.
Oh yeah, like not a single one of their sketches works anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
There's comedic value attached to them. I'm just talking in the PC environment that we
Gallon
now
of
live in.
PCP, I think, still flies. It's
Gallon, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And the new thing, the kicking each other in the nuts when you use a preposition.
Yeah.
I don't think that one had anything that was particular. It was just a bunch of people kicking one guy in the nuts.
The Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth one would still hold up. That would still fly.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Likely.
Probably. Well,
You don't think so?
no, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of words used you can't use anymore.
What, fuck?
No.
Oh, I know.
No, there were several. There were different words that you can't really use anymore in that one. That was just a collection.
Did they say butt?
Yes. Actually, they did. Said, I'm going to go beat the president in the butt with this hammer until he's dead. They said that.
I forgot how great that sketch was.
The smart people, though, the smart people abduction, that one holds up. That one I still show to people.
The Grapist doesn't.
No, that one
It didn't hold up at the time.
No, yeah, even at the time it was...
That one was extreme.
Yeah, it was a
at
little...
the time.
It was a little overboard. It was a little out there. It was yeah, no, I mean, it was fun. It was funny. It was funny at the time.
The X-ray specs for the dog park, that holds up.
Yeah.
Because there's more furries now.
Yeah.
That holds up.
Yeah, that's a community that has flourished despite most of society's best efforts.
So, like, here's the fact of the matter on how I feel about furries. I'll make fun of them, sure.
Uh-huh.
I have only ever met, like, maybe 2 or 3 people who identify as furries that I don't like. They have traditionally, to me, always been a very nice community, very inviting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna rip on them because,
I will.
you don't need to.
But then again, I'm pretty sure I'm just a furry in denial. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it... Okay, Crystal from Star Fox could get it. Lola Bunny could get it.
Okay, Lola Bunny though, that's not necessarily a furry thing.
But it is an anthropomorphized animal.
Sure.
And she could get it.
I mean, okay.
And I literally say Winter Wyvern from our great game of Dota 2 sounds like a MILF. But that's veering into scaly territory, and we don't need to go there.
So, what? I'm trying to like not use the science terms.
Okay, I mean, you can use the science terms.
Yeah.
I'm capable of understanding. Like,
No, I know you're capable of it, but like,
I'm not actually a believer in the
no.
the rock theory.
You've abandoned me.
So for sure, bugs in the sense of insects
Uh-huh.
came later, but
Okay.
I would argue in many ways what we call an insect and then what you would call a crustacean would just be an insect with gills. It's kind of a clear lineage. So when you're talking about
That's what I'm thinking.
bugs or fish, it looks like chordates, which have vertebrae or at least pseudovertebrae,
Okay.
appeared in a similar time to each other as what we see the first trilobites. which are invertebrates, but then have an outside shell, so an exoskeleton. So it's basically which came first, an endoskeleton or an exoskeleton. And it looks like from this, they're within 10 million years of each other. But in the scale of evolution in biology,
That's pretty.
That's
small
pretty
scale.
close.
it's hard to say which truly would be first.
All right. Well, so the bugs theory holds
I would
up.
say that if I had to give my non-professional opinion of it, just between you, me, and the fence post, and anybody who watches this, they probably could have evolved independently. So they both could have come from different multicellular organisms.
Right.
That maybe it came from the vertebrates into the exoskeleton. Maybe it came from just a non-vertebrate. It could have happened the other way around.
Now the question is, and I think I know the answer to this one: did legs come before land did?
Yes. Well, appendages or legs?
I suppose that's a fair point.
Because legs, I think, are
I'm
more.
thinking, what if crabs were the ones that walked on the land first?
They were. Crustaceans were the first. That's why I was saying the second set were
Right.
God, crabs are the
amphibians that became reptiles.
crabs are the progenitor of land
But
mammals.
the first land creatures, I mean, I think they're animals.
You're forgetting one thing, though.
Yes, sir.
Crabs are spiders in armor.
Spiders are.
Where did the spiders come from, Matt? Where did the spiders come from? No. Where did they come from to make the crab? Where did they get all this futuristic armor?
I guess you guys will have to figure out.
Spiders are aliens, Matt.
Now, how do we get to this jump? Find out tomorrow in the totally legitimate science episode part 2. Goodbye, everybody.